NASCAR back on the concrete at Bristol. World's fastest 5/8 mile. They have repainted the walls in traditional red and white. The concrete surface is back, and we have more questions than we have answers. So get set for 500 laps of excitement on Bristol Motor Speedway, racing's last great Coliseum. Drivers are strapped in and at the ready. Let's go trackside.
Please welcome NASCAR legends Richard Petty, Kyle Petty, Richard Childress, and Joe Gibbs.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
And that's the quietest this place is going to be for the next several hours. The pace car is in. Boogity.
Boogity. Boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Let's go cruise the concrete.
Gotta love you some DW. He loved this place.
And it loved him.
A lot of Fords up front so far.
You see Ryan Blaney get loose, and this is going to happen a lot in these first few laps until they get that resin run in and get the top layer knocked off of it and the rubber put into it. We see Josh Berry underneath Ryan Blaney, but things are going to happen fast here at the beginning, boys.
I see Josh Berry slipping and sliding in that resin you speak of, and Blaney holding him to it. Yeah, looking here outside already on the leader. Didn't take any time at all. As soon as he got around Blaney, pounced on him.
Bump and run, turn 3, car on the wall.
William Byron.
Keep it up there if you can.
Well, he had a lot of help. No caution.
And while all that was happening, Denny Hamlin's taking the lead.
Byron has damage. Here's a look at it, lower right.
3 wide. I think Bell got into Logano just ever so slightly. Then I think he got in the marbles up off of 4, and he got down to the next corner and didn't have any grip in his tires. Woo, very tight. Off of 4, Josh Berry looking back underneath Bubba Wallace. Got him. Man, his 4 car come to play today, boys.
I really like the speed of the 4 car through the center third of the corner. Guys, I am so intrigued by what is happening right now because you really cannot tell who's doing what. Like we thought Denny Hamlin was the guy that was going to take off and run, and now he's getting passed on the outside by Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott to the point. How about that?
Caution is out for Zane Smith, who blew a tire on the front straightaway and the resulting debris. Now, Chase Elliott had gotten out front and led Hendrick Motorsports' 80,000th lap. Well, in last fall's race here, there were only 10 lead changes in the whole race. We've had more lead changes in the first 70 here than in any race on concrete in Bristol history.
Wow.
We're back under green, Denny Hamlin out in front of Ryan Blaney. Chase Elliott on the outside. Kyle Busch drops low in 4th. Buescher takes 3rd from Keselowski.
Denny Hamlin in a wall off of 3. Turn 3.
And a spin in turn 2, and it's Kyle Busch.
And it's down. The right rears finally blew out on him. I don't think he's the only one. Denny Hamlin was in trouble getting into 3.
Kyle Busch going around in turn 2 is the reason for the look. There's no tire left on that right rear.
It's just wearing through all the tread down through the cords, and finally it just blows air out the cord.
Ty Gibbs wins stage 1, an eventful 125 laps that saw 4 caution flags and 16 lead changes.
On the last lap, backed up to 1670. Now he's just content to ride right there.
Martin Truex is not content. He wants the lead from his Joe Gibbs Toyota teammate and takes it.
And well, Ty Gibbs had the best car at the end of the last stage, so he's in a
crash. Turn 4. Daniel Hemrick up and against the wall. Zane Smith with him, and Ricky Stenhouse put us under caution.
This all started down the backstretch, checking up in front of him as well, and then Stenhouse gets into McDowell there, slides up into. Well, he bounces off another one. I think he had some damage in front of his car from what happened in turn 2, and the rest is history.
Here we go for the lead. Lap and a half to go in the stage. Ty Gibbs takes it away from Joey Logano.
Rifled that car off into 3.
Little wiggle on exit.
Comes Keselowski, the outside of Logano as well for 2nd place.
And I think he's been right there with Ty Gibbs as he came through the field. And when he went by Brad Keselowski, he followed him right through the rest of the pack to the front. But that 54 car is definitely the dominant car.
Ty Gibbs sweeps the stages in Bristol. Gibbs restarted 28th, and around goes Kyle Busch in turn 2. Caution waves. Now remember, Busch had been running up the racetrack ever since he had that flat tire that brought out the caution back at lap 123.
Ooh, stepped out from underneath of him. Wait, win all by himself. I see the tires still up.
Yeah, we saw so many guys have trouble with that in qualifying yesterday. They'd run one hard lap in, and then the second lap into turn 3, it would just slide out from underneath them as they go off into the corner.
I'm asking, do you think it's the resin that's causing the wear on the right side, or do you think it's the concrete not taking rubber, just trying to make sure we don't pop a tire?
And a spin in turn 2, and it's Kyle Busch.
There's no way everybody has enough tires to get through the rest of this race. Does NASCAR have like a crisis management team? Because this seems like a crisis right now. Obviously, whole field managing tires here. Yeah, even the leaders to fire off were slow.
Gibbs and Truex bring us back to green for stage 3.
Or the right front, whatever your issue is, it's over.
There's, oh, Josh Berry in the wall.
Turn 2 took a complete spin in turn number 2 and brought out the 8th caution at lap 310. There's a look off in the distance.
Seam sideways, came around. How about that 360?
Ooh, how
good
about those
driving.
marbles?
I didn't even think he hit the wall.
Yeah, and it's a game of chicken right now. You don't want to pit because you're hoping that somebody else has the issue as you see him go by Todd Gilliland, and Stenhouse goes around.
Turn 4, Stenhouse and Cindric. That will bring the caution out.
Right in front of the leaders.
That's at Gillen. I told you it was way off the pace. Stacked them all up, getting in here. Cindric shoots in the inside 3 wide and gets into Stenhouse and wipes him out.
Yeah, it looked like he just clipped the apron right there.